Hello there. Welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which is Dark Ages Menagerie. Way the Mole, which should be quite useful here. Way the Mole is like a little cycling thing. And it plays a bit like a draw. I mean, it can play. It can be just helpful just to move around your deck, but also it can be used as a sort of like a pseudo draw to X kind of thing, or like a pseudo, maybe draw to X isn't the comparison, but like minion. I mean, they're similar. They synergize with similar things. So. There's Village and Draw and Bind, whatever. The payload is like a little on the weaker side just because of the money isn't super great, but I mean, stockpile is pretty good money, and there are some tricks you can do here. Though they're not completely broken tricks. There's some gain in play stuff you can do with stockpile and cavalry, but we'll see if it comes up. So we can either open like Forager Cavalry or like Forager Stockpile or like Forager Rats or like Forager Minstrel, or we could swap a lot of those things with Forager for something with Stockpile. Or we could even open Fisherman Forager, something like that as well. It would be fine. So I'm just trying to think. Draw shouldn't really be a problem here. Not much of a problem anyway. Let's go ahead and go for Forager. AI takes Stockpile, which is not too surprising. Stockpile is a very, very good card. Let's see. We could march the Forager. It would give us a buyback. We wouldn't have enough money at this point. To do anything with it. I guess I already am out of doing Fisherman. The Fisherman boat has sailed. Might be double Forager. The dream draw there would have been to find Necropolis, but I want a Slay or a Black Cat. Maybe I'll start with a Slay. Okay. So we can either mole or we can buy something. Mole, we have some chance of like finding the Foragers or the Slay, though this hand in and of itself isn't all that exciting. I'm saying, or I guess what I'm saying is mulling this hand isn't that exciting because it's a bunch of junk. You put a bunch of junk into the shuffle immediately and shuffle, so your mull hand isn't likely to be all that good. I think it would be not unreasonable to do, but I'm not going to do it. And then given that, I think I'm just going to forge this. Get a little bit cleaner. This is nice because we get to do this now, which is good. Then we can either, let's do another one. It won't be that many cards and we'll get a little bit thinner. And we get a Fisherman, like a Black Cat out of it. We already get to, no, we'll play normally. We already get to curse them. Kind of rough. Poor bot. What should we do here? We do have some terminals. We could see if we draw one of them, I guess. Well, we're pretty well clean. Oh, I guess it was just, well, I wouldn't have done anything different anyway, but. The thing that would be nice now would probably be stockpile, though also like minstrel would have been okay. Guess we can just draw this. This doesn't matter so much. We're so clean. The sleigh does sort of get in the way of the fisherman stuff. There are technically some ways around it. There's some, like we could go cavalry and then buy fishermen. But anyway, we don't have that much money here, so. Actually, if I hadn't played the sleigh, we maybe could have done something nice here. We'll do it next turn. We'll get some more actions and that'll help us a little bit. We'll do it next turn. It'll be a neat little trick. There aren't a lot of stockpiles left to do it with, but that's okay. Guess I should have just drawn the... What order to do all this in? Need to find the stockpiles. We really don't need 2 foragers anymore. Okay. What you can do, it's not really going to do all that much here. You can buy stockpiles, play the stockpiles, buy another stockpile, discard them from exile, and buy cavalry. And then you can repeat that if you want. I might wait. So like you can do, I might wait. Really not sure what I'm doing here. I don't know if there'll be much worth doing, but like I said, the payload here is pretty weak. Though we can just have black cats and stuff. We're also going to run out of buys, but whatever. I'm not really sure what this silver was for. Maybe I'm going to trash it with Forager or something. They're buying black cats, so there we have those all done. I don't know if I can pile out here. Probably not. We can try and make progress here one of 2 ways. And I sort of expect that we're going to need to do the... So we can either play cavalry and put a horse into hand with sleigh, or we can play cavalry and mull the sleigh, or vice versa. At that point, it doesn't matter too much. We do have quite a few stockpiles in here still, so... Not really sure which way is better. The AI does have quite a few black cats now, which I don't know if that matters, but maybe the curses are good. We can get some foragers out of it, or get some forager food out of it. All a big mystery to me. The other thing we can do is just play the stockpiles and buy a cavalry. Like we can go fisherman. Can put one in hand. And then like minstrel cavalry. Go a little further here. Oh, we didn't find them. How many of these do I have? I don't even have that many of these. So, in fact, at this point, we don't even have enough money to do the. For some reason, I thought I had more stockpiles. We can get 5, but that's not actually enough to do the. I mean, we can do it once. Wait, was there still another stockpile? What did I do? Triggered blah blah blah, sets aside a stockpile. This. Oh yeah, there is still a stockpile in here. Can go way back. They let us go way back. Well, this isn't. We don't want to buy the fisherman. What am I doing? Okay, this makes a little bit of sense. At least I know what I can do with it. Whether it's good or not is another question. But at least it's sort of clear what's going on with it. See how many curses we eat here. Just one. That's not so bad at all, really. We can trash that. We didn't get to give them. Oh, they don't have any. Okay, they bought a duchy. I was gonna say they don't have any. Okay. They don't have any. No, of course I don't have any money in here anymore. Besides whatever the. We're gonna have to obtain some cash. This was not actually enough. What do we have in here? There is the forgers give to. I should have maybe trashed a stockpile when I had this chance to. What else can be productively gained? We can trash horses, which is okay. I feel like I've messed up somehow. So this is not like that scary necessarily, but it certainly feels like I've misplayed. Not like badly enough to lose, I don't think, but you know. So like we can trash these for a couple bucks each. And have 1,000,000 horses on top. We'll never curse them again. But do we go like fisherman gold? How close are the piles? They're not really close. We could buy a copper. Okay. Well, I guess there's a world where we province and then they buy or they give us so many curses. We just lose. That's certainly possible. I haven't been paying attention to my order here at all, but it's okay. We could probably kill the necropolis. So we've got 14 if we just don't... 14 is not really appreciably better than 13. We don't have a cheap fisherman. It's a bit of a bummer. What if they just give us 7 curses? There's a lot of curses we just received. We may lose. That's crazy, actually, that they get Duchy there. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. I don't think there's going to be a way to escape the 3 pile here. Unless we're very lucky and they don't have... they just somehow don't have the... Because we don't have $16 even, which would have at least beat... Yeah, we could have gotten... That was the real screw up. Well, there's a bunch more curses in there too. We could have gotten a copper. We're gonna be $1 short, right? We could have gotten a copper though. The copper would have been somewhat hard to draw. Well, no, not really. We also could have done the play order a little different to get a fisherman, I think. Cause like Province Duchy Estate loses to this. Basically everything loses. It gave us 5 curses last time, so there's still another curse in here. It's like cursing 4 horses, which is, I guess, where we want to stop. Can we get Forger Cavalry? Costs 7, gives us back 2. We're just going to end up a point if they have the 2. And if they don't, they probably can buy the thing. And we just kind of have to go for it. But they almost certainly will have 2 of them. We should not have lost this. Let's see if we can go back once we've lost here. It's crazy that they don't. I mean, I guess they know they just won, so it doesn't matter. But it's funny that they don't. There are quite a few things we can imagine doing differently here. But the most immediate thing is this turn. Let's just go back to like here. So we like know this is a little bit on the side of like knowing they're going to give you the curses. No, it's not actually. It's just a thing I misplayed so that I couldn't buy a fisherman, when really there was like no reason for me not to be able to buy fisherman there. I just didn't play it correctly. Oh, we need to watch when we trigger the shuffle too, actually. Before we trigger the shuffle, we need to put all the horses in there so that we can be for sure to draw the gold. Or at least as sure as we can be, I guess. Just a little bit annoying. All right. So anyway, this should be 16, which, see, the AI goes ahead and, so it does wait. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Though it's funny, it like can't, it doesn't know not to react. That's really, really interesting. Well, we learned something. If we lost embarrassingly, we at least learned something. So they play the black cat to give one curse, but they realize I have enough money. If they give the other curse, they lose instantly. But they don't stop reacting. They just keep reacting all of their black cats for unknown reasons. And I guess it's just because I have the win anyway. But it's a little weird. It's funny because it wouldn't work. No, it would still work. It would have worked regardless. It doesn't even require them to have, there are just enough buys to just empty the curses anyway and win by a point. Because I got that other curse. It wasn't like I didn't get it. So it was just guaranteed. Yeah, so this was my big mistake, was to not, at least the way I played it, my big mistake at the end was just not to be a little more careful of money. I could have also bought a copper and gotten there. The other question is just like, how do you actually build here so that you're somewhat efficient? Because AI was moving. It was funny. I read these reports of other people playing it, and they were talking about how their AI basically just killed itself. And mine did not do that. I'm not saying what they did was super good, but it was like, okay. I mean, it was reasonably good. Maybe this is where we started putting in some amounts of, we can like try to do this, make the foragers better sooner, I guess, is one possibility here. I'm not sure. Another thing, actually, here's a thing that I missed on the time I played it. So there are only 3 cards. If I play Black Cat this way, normal way, you draw 2. This is something I messed up in the way I played it, and I'm just now noticing it. But if I play it normally, I draw 2 cards. I have this hand, right? Okay. But if I play Way of the Mole, it's the same hand, but I still have an action, which means I can play the sleigh. I can play the fisherman. So I have a horse on top, and then I also have the fisherman being cheaper. So that's cool. You know, I don't know. It's not a huge deal, but it's something. I guess we just don't buy anything. Maybe if we could afford a silver or something, we would, but I don't think the sleigh is worth it. I mean, I guess you can buy something and just forage it if you don't find a use for it. Forager for $1 is not super compelling. We'll do that. I'm just messing around a little bit here to see what kind of things are available to us. Like, we could trash a stockpile too. And try and make the foragers. We'll just try for this forager payload thing. I don't usually typically think forager payload is very good. Quite the opposite, but so the first few Black Cat reactions are all us, which is why the score doesn't get too out of hand at all ever. I'm gonna mull here. I'm not 100% sure that that's correct, but probably. Did I actually buy silver? What did I buy? I didn't buy silver. Okay. What does this give us? We buy a silver. How much money do we have? Oh wait, here it is. I think we can do this. Maybe should have put. Now these are up to 3. Maybe should have put a. That's okay. It just gives us another buy. So gold minstrel. We're really all about that forager life here is how we're gonna try and play this. I don't know how much it'll matter. The AI kind of got out. They just have some very good turns through here. Probably not like unbeatably good turns, but they were decent. We'll probably lose the. Oh wait, we gotta trash the gold first. That maybe wasn't right. Now look, we have all this money. So then we just buy a province and oh, they don't even curse us. Yeah, this is already looking, and we didn't get to trigger the shuffle, but this is already looking terribly different. Which is good for us, though it's a little strange, perhaps. Yeah, they did that in their real game, but now they don't have as many. I don't know if I have enough actions to really support everything here. All right, well, we could trash Black Cats. So the foragers give us quite a bit of money. It's not so bad. And then you get the curses, and it's not a huge deal because, well, for one, you have a lot more points, but also the curse trashing, of course, at this stage is quite useful. This is just so weird. I mean, this is not only much different for me, it's also whatever change in the RNG from the different decisions also is pretty noticeably different for how the bots deck is running. So that's kind of interesting. And the bot just resigns there. Well, that's felt much better. But I don't know how much of that was... Well, I know there were a couple of things I pointed out that were just like clear misplays. It was very weird. Like the AI deck here versus how it ended in the other game was very different. All right, well, this is an unfortunate one to lose because I don't think I should really be losing this game, but I didn't play it very well, so that's what happens. All right, long video. Hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you all tomorrow.